Here is a worksheet for ABC Company for the month ended April 30th. And we're going to take a look at completing the closing entries and a post-closing trial balance based on this worksheet. So again, our 4 steps are that we have to close revenues to income summary is the first step. So we have to be able to look at this and say, which is our revenue account that we have to close? Well, of course, typically these things have all our assets first and then our liabilities, those owner equity accounts, and our revenues, and then our expenses. So that's one way to look along, and we see an account called sales. We also know that our revenue accounts have a credit balance. So here, then that they would be an income statement columns and that they would have a credit balance. So that's another way we can see that sales is the revenue account we're going to have to close. And we then, step 2 is that we have to close our expenses. Well, here's all of our expenses listed down, and we're using the income statement amounts. Be careful not to use these amounts that are on the regular trial balance before adjustments. You want to use the numbers in the income statement account columns. Okay, so there's all those with debit balances like expenses should have. Okay, so we're going to have to close those out. Then we'll close the income summary and we'll close the drawing account. Now the drawing account, ABC drawing, is over here on the balance sheet as a debit balance. So we'll have to close that as well. So let's take a look at step 1, close revenues to income summary. So here's our revenue account, sales, and it has a $200 credit balance. Okay, so we're going to go into the date will be April 30th. You want to make sure you have whatever page number, maybe it's page number 80, okay, needs to be on there. And we said that we had a credit balance of sales of $200 on the worksheet. We need to do the opposite to be able to close it out. So the opposite of credit is debit. So I need to debit sales for the $200. Okay? Then we need to do the opposite thing for income summary. So, of course, I have to indent because this is the credit income summary for the $200. Okay, I have my explanation to close revenues to income summary. Okay, so there's my first closing entry. You can, on this first line, you could put the word closing and then starting on the second line, or skip a line and starting on the third line with this journal entry if you want to. If you were doing this manually with paper and pencil, then again, these are journal entries. They must be on accounting paper. Okay, and remember to put your dash or your .00. You don't need a point if you're using accounting paper. Just put the 00. If you're typing like I have done here on electronic journal paper, you need to put in the dash or a .00. Okay, so let's go back to the worksheet. So we've done step 1. we've debited sales, which by the time we post that will bring sales down to 0. Now we need to close expenses. So here's all our expenses. And we're going to close those to income summary. So we have wages, rent, utilities, supplies, and depreciation. Okay, so we skip a line to the next transaction. We don't put April again, but we do put the 30th in. Income, we're going to skip the first line. The second line is going to start our credits. So we have wages expense, rent expense, utilities expense, supplies expense, and depreciation expense. Okay. Now, we need to, these are all debit balances, so we need to credit these on our closing entry so that we can bring them to 0. So we have 79 for wages and 60 for rent. Okay, so wages, I'm going to credit 79 and 60 credit for rent. And we have 10 for utilities, 8 for supplies, and 10 again for depreciation. Okay, so 10 for utilities, 8 for supplies, and 10 for depreciation. So we can double check that. 79, 60, 10, 8, 10. 79, 60, 10, 8, 10. Okay, so that's good. And we need a debit. So to close these expenses, we had to credit them, but of course, we also need a debit. Our debits must always equal our credits. We're closing these into income summary. So income summary is our debit. Okay? Our debits need to equal our credits. So I need to add all of those together. So the 79 plus the 60 plus the 10 plus the 8 plus the 10 is 167. Debit into income summary. Now my total debits equal my total credits for this journal entry. I'm going to go down and put my explanation to close expenses to income summary. Okay. So we've now done step 1. We've closed out the revenues. We've done step 2. We've closed out the expenses, both the income summary. Now step 3 is to close income summary into capital. Okay? Now what some people do is they say, well, I don't see an income summary, so how can I close it? Oh, here's a capital. I'll debit capital for 30. So what you just did is close out the capital. You never, 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 never want to close the capital account. That is our permanent equity account. So you want to keep that 30 there. You are not going to debit 30 to capital. Okay? But that means I got to figure out how much is in the income summary account. Okay, the best way to do that is a T account. So I'm going to draw a T account for my income summary account. Okay, I'm going to put an income summary T account, what I already got here. Here, my first transaction, I have a credit for 200. So I'm going to put 200 credit in my T account. And I have a debit for 167. So I'm going to put a debit for 167. Line across, big number minus a small number, put it on the side of the big number, so 200 minus 167 is 33. Now that's basically my net income, my revenues minus my expenses, net income. I can double check that back on my worksheet, and I see that yes, net income is 33, so I feel confident. Now, I have a credit of 33 in income summary. So to close income summary, I'm going to have to debit 33 okay, so I'm going to type in my date. Okay. And I'm going to have to debit income summary 33. And I have to credit to do the opposite. Whatever I do the income summary, I got to do the opposite to capital. So that's ABC, comma, capital. And that will be the 33. Okay. And put my explanation, because my debits equal my credits, to close income summary to capital. Okay, I go to my worksheet, and the fourth step, I'm now done with the third step, so the fourth step is to close my drawing account, which is a $10 debit. So to close it, I'm going to have to credit that $10. Okay, and so I can go down to my second and indent. That's ABC, comma, drawing. And that's going to be credited for 10. Then I need a debit, of course. Okay, and we're closing the drawing into capital, so that's ABC, comma, capital, and we'll debit that 10. Notice again, I did not close the capital. I closed the drawing. Always try to do the close part first, whatever it says to close. I do the opposite to the account I'm supposed to close, and then put it into the capital. Okay, my explanation to close drawing to capital. All right, so there are my 4 closing journal entries. And so I am ready to go at that point to make a post-closing trial balance. Once, of course, I would have to post these into my general ledger, and of course, at the time that I post them, I would have my post references in here. I could look at the general ledger and make sure that once I post this, that sales really is closed to 0. Once I post this, that all these expense accounts really are 0. Once I post all these credits, okay? Then once I post this third one, income summary, that's the one I'm closing, it should be 0. If my capital account is 0, it's not going to be good. Okay, you haven't done something correctly then. Okay, and then finally the fourth one, once I get done posting this, my drawing account in the general ledger should have a running total balance of 0. My income summary account is 0, expenses 0, sales, revenue 0, drawing 0. By the time you get done posting this page, capital account should equal the same as your ending capital from the statement of owner's equity.